Oh, anyway, maybe I should get like one of those mounted selfie sticks. But as far as like seeing, the expression of the universe in ripples and waves from the effectively, you drop the source point. Same math even for a nuke, effectively, or an earthquake even. Depending on the material, etc. Check that out. Ain't that something? I was just putting it out there. And I was going to do a discreet recording, but I decided to kind of just keep on, carry on, and call it good. So, this scouting mission is 100% success. 100%. This is fucking lined up better than I could have possibly imagined. It means like I still know I just did the free scouting mission for the place I'm going, for the driver's license. And I even found $20 out of it. Right in the wind, and it's real. And that's what happens. It goes flying out of someone's pocket, goes whipping in the wind for God knows how long. So basically, I'm not just a selfie stick or something in this measure. I don't even have the pocket on this. I basically could sew it on. And I'm like sitting here like these are 1,000 little skills right now that I'm trying in the middle of trying to just make it so we got 100% real solid foundation, like land of my own and stand on, because you never know what life fucking throws at people. Never know. I can be sincere and genuine, but I'm still stressing because it ain't my place and I'm getting shit done. With the government taking care of all the government proper shit, so I got my independence reset after all the shit. So, after this literal international calamity, I'm literally, it's like picking up the pieces, basically. That's the way to put it. I'm picking up the pieces and the remnants and trying to make use of what I got left. At the same time, replace shit that needs to be replaced. It's that, like a short and simple. What I'm going to do from here, I'm probably just going to mess with some of the abstract sciences, where I can tinker around with a little bit of the prototype designs I was fucking with, but to a degree. It's like, why would the whole reason I was even collecting the cans the way I was, is that happening? No. Not really. And how they were, I was keeping them in pristine condition so they can be used as an ionizing form factor effectively. Diamagnetic versus paramagnetic. What part of electronics engineering don't people do? This also goes into electronics theory. Did you know there's a theory for electronics? Did you know all of these devices just work by electron theory, effectively a theory? That was a functionally repeatable theory. That's about it. Now they're diving in with all the better side of the community is now diving into this. They're finding out the freaking electrons can go both ways, the electron hole theory. It's like they don't know if the gap is before or after. They don't know what's moving first. And now you can look at how, branching that off. Almost like a quantum experiment. Ohm's law through a circuit series parallel. I'm just brushing across the subject matter at this point. Just generalizing. A little bit of paraphrasing. So, like I said, this scouting mission's a success. Got my food cart up and running here. Wednesday's always the best. Even though I did sleep through my alarm, I still actually woke up on time, which is a good thing, but I still didn't wake up on time for what I know if I'm going to do the morning shift on this. So, but it looks like my second plan schedule, backup plan. It's like, well, maybe I'll do the driver's test first thing, and I got a couple hours to go take care between everything, to take care of Social Security and food card. Because technically, I still got to make a mini stop before I do Social Security Administration, because I need to print off those emails from the government. So yeah, it's a load of that much a level of official shit I need to take care of. I'm like, it's government business. Take care of government business. And I got to do an eye exam as well. Either way, I already need one. They're just going to do an eye test at the driver's license place. And then I've been like half stressing because, we're fine print red tape for the identity fraud bullshit. And I'm just going to make it fucked up but functional. It's like, I can at least show my work. I can still show where everyone else fucked up too. And where people tried to correct it, and then me having to correct them with the paperwork I already had. And I'm basically right about where I have to now request all of those documents again. So let's see what's left. Technically, the Social Security over here is the only place you got it. This is how many, this is how many hoops I have to do. There's no workarounds, not even hoops. This is red tape. And this is all red tape. And this is all procedure and protocol that was fucked with in the first place by, friends and family. Or people would consider direct, friends and family. Even though I can, I only count for how many years they were in my life. And how long ago they were in it. My buddy Chad, he's the same way. He hadn't seen me in like 15 years. And all of a sudden, he just came back from, I think he enlisted and all that shit. So, he just got back and touching base with him. And I kind of told him the nature of my situation. He's like, well, man, but it's been so long, I don't know if I really know you. I'd have to get to know you all over again. See what I'm saying? He's like, even he's got the same logic as I do on that shit. It's like it's been 15 fucking years since I've seen the guy. And he's got the same logic. I agree with that. I figure, if you start asking what games he still plays and all that shit. See if he wants to meet him and kick some ass, kill some monsters and all that shit, do some dungeons. That would be a whole other, that would be the whole, only thing that could move forward anything. So, it's kind of like starting over, basically, right? So, now I've got, people who want to sit there and be, claiming their position as anything that has any privilege at all, let alone any merit or weight in my life. That's what. You're like, how long has it been since oh shit, you're gonna have to get with the times. I've been doing a lot of shit with my life. Sometimes it's basically labored and lost, but at least I got leftovers. At least I got a little bit of credentials and some papers to prove it, and a few videos and some recommendations along the way. Basically, I got my startup package, but I got to figure out where to start. Basically good. All my eggs, every basket they need to be in. That's about it. I'm like, well, I might as well start, putting these eggs aside somewhere. Some mix-ups. But no, long story short, before I fucking make fun of the situation altogether, it's where I keep going back to, like, what do I do in the end after I finally get everything into a permanent state of sustainability? Because everything's been interrupted so many times in a row, I probably, I would actually have a real legitimate first time I get to really catch my breath at that point. Because with my situation, you couldn't offer me anything but a plot of land to calm my heart down, Meanwhile, my mind knows what business needs to take care of, but I also know how many back and forth everywhere is going to be. And then I also get to know, I'm mindful and aware, not a sense for things, that, always do it responsibly, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and I always make sure you come back to a full beer. I do have a little PR thing going on. I still have and feel good voodoo. And I got just a return trip now that I've got everything scouted and even checked out where I could even take a smoke break so it's away from everyone. So I'm not like flaunting that I'm smoking weed, because that's all you're going to smell. Even if it's just a little pinch of weed on top of some tobacco, that's all you're going to smell. So anyway. Good news, I've already listed off, so that's it. That's why I'm saying, it's like, what do I do? Probably finally catch my breath. Yeah, I kind of said that already. See what I mean? Like, this is all I'm just like, the only point I'm going to finally be able to just sit there and catch my breath in life at that point. So, my life needs a break. Because I'm just like water like a duck the whole time. Off a duck's back. I'm taking, whipping and keep on ticking. Stay calm and carry on. Oh, I swear. There's a few videos on that note. Like being, taken back as the phrase is. I'm feeling like a kid again for real. When I ran away the first time for a week. And weekend, it was supposed to be a weekend, ended up being a week. Well, that happened. I wonder if it was one of my kids at this point. Anyway. Shit. I almost spaced off trying to figure out where the hell I was going with that for a second. But anyway, keeping commentary on and getting this shit done. Basically been my whole focus. Oh shit, I was going somewhere else with it, but never mind me for a minute. Like I said, be able to actually take a break and get a real permanent rest. Actually be able to take a breath in my life. And or both. I sum it up here for you as I recap. Because no one can offer us at all. It's like there's no escape from reality, okay, for me. Okay, here's the funny thing. I was a happy-go-lucky kind of free spirit in the first place, but I'm also a technical kind of guy. And I'm inquisitive. I don't like the rush to conclusions and all that. Kind of more, I'm a little bit slower when it comes down to that. It's like, why so brash? Well, that's a brash conclusion. Sounds like you rushed. You know, that's the thing when you use Mythos in the end for so many years. You actually end up having kind of a weight in the words when you say those kind of things I just said. Because it goes like back to the novices and it's supposed to be for their lesson, but then you get to see how basically their pride or ego whichever if you want to call that, and suddenly it goes, art, like bucks up or woof, woof, oh no. I questioned the reality, I guess. Oh no. Here's the worst part. Just to change subjects on this. Is that as much as I wish I could actually get shit-faced for once, I have too many instant sober moments. And these are little notes because, I know I've already established a baseline. That's a constant when it comes down to like how sensitive my seizures are, how long I can be out in this with that day ball up going at the same time with a bunch of lights flashing everywhere. With their vehicle lights on at the same time as the daylight. So, it's almost like the same old song and dance. You know this spiel. Pouring more of my drink on the road than I am drinking. It's like an instant sober now. So all I end up getting, I don't drink to get drunk in the first place. Form and function, here's where I'm scientific and technical, as I said. Alcohol is a blood thinner. If I'm having dizzy spells, sober, in the first place, that would be a 0 in the first place. As in, 0 was I was solely sober in the first place. I had a weekend thing I would do unless I was with friends. And usually I still dedicated that to the weekend. After my friend almost died. Well, she did die like twice on the table, almost 3 times. It was like twice on the table. They weren't going to bring her back. I started drinking for the first time in my life 1 beer a day. And they got her to the hospital, not me. I was out there on an abandoned warehouse, factory place, die cast, whatever. And there was some people out there. But you can guess Pride and Prejudice and Profiling have triple P's. Pride, Prejudice, and Profiling. That's what's bad if I can walk a straight line better after having a beer. Now that means that's an inner ear thing, blood-brain barrier, oh wait, seizures, frontal lobe, get it? But never mind, every time I take a step on these streets in the middle of the day, it's like walking through a disco club. So I did inquire it. You can roll back some old videos. Like I said, it's a light sensor. When I asked people about their car lights being on like that, I'm like, it's automatic. There's some light sensor thing going on. So then I started offering light sensor cleaning as a service to try to, get my hustle on. Like all these people with their lights on all day. And then I did a little bit of my homework as well. And turns out the truck drivers were concerned about this as well. Because these little fancy lights everyone's got on their vehicles with the auto light stuff was just basically turning the high beams on the truck drivers as they're going down the road. That's not good. You're like trying to blindside a semi-rig with your auto lights is not a good thing. So then I looked into the paint thing. Turns out Flex Paint. Turns out the same company's making all the paint. Since 2010, slowly taking over the entire market source. A sense monopoly again. That's like telling the, hey, AMA, how do I wipe my ass with what? Or is it just easier to tell me what not to? Oh, wait. Did I just get you in your own game? But anyway, so it turns out that this Flex Paint like has a special quality where it reflects light pattern in a different direction, kind of like diffusement. It's like refractors and on an atomic level or molecular level, atomic level, subatomic level type stuff. That's like, you get them like them Teton paints. Everything looks like it's chrome plated now. I call it an epileptic nightmare. Because I can be sober right now, and as many times as I've been out here, usually am. And I'll start stuttering because of shit like that. I don't know how much light you see bouncing off my sunglasses at that point, because they're highly reflective. So glad I found them. Do you see that shit? That is how much people are getting flashed. So much they don't even see it. Or they're preoccupied. See where I get technical, scientific, jump right down that rabbit hole. So, basically, I just want to get home back. You know, even if I'm in a place, even if I was renting it, it's still not home. It's temporary. It's somewhere that can go. It's even worse. Like, have you heard of the HOAs? Well, where's their checks and balances? Where do I vote for my representatives? I've seen community chapters and representatives at community centers that are more, what word to use here? I gotta cross. That are more aware of what's going on. To represent, going, well, we got some eccentric people that live. We got some eccentric people that live here. You know, we need some proper representation. Versus, you know, these self-appointed committees that are like sitting here being like tyrants. The definition of tyranny is the HOA, a tyrannic, unelected board. The committee. It's like, am I a member of the committee? Do I need to call my representative? Or is too many board members communism or social? The HOA, right? How many committee members is? Everyone's a committee member. This sounds like social. Who elected you? Let's take a popular consensus. Well, look at that. Let's get some representation. Oh, God, it's America. America's... Should have heard me talk about this, how we execute free speech around. Everything else be like a wave. I was mocking people, showing them how sober I was. Skills. Hi ho! Hi. Off the work week. What? Were you expecting a lollipop, Guild? Dr. Evil. Something. I can drop it like that. Like, no. He has a mini-me. That's what his name was. Mini-me. Talk about a toss over to like carbon printing. I'm sorry, you're my child. I'm going to carbon copy myself. Parental tactics. No, wait, methods. I think that's a little cultural to a degree. But there's some basic parameters that can identify if something's a behavioral problem or a neurological one. There are some basic things. Not like the strike down gullibility. Because that's pretty much sucker born every minute. Logic that some of these guys use. Well, they're like, oh God, there's something wrong with my child. I'm like, well, maybe he's just that different. Well, let's find out. There's a whole lot of different. I think that kind of, like computer tech diagnostic from a base zero, motherfucking like, no, that's cultural parental licensing. It's like, oh no, the doctor's like, here, let me get a strobe light real quick. Let's get an ear hearing range test. Let's get a eye exam. Let me do a CT with the reactor test. Let me see a gamma wave test, response test. I do not have any reflexes in my knees. Is how bad my brain damage is. Doctor, not that, no. Although it does come and go. That's kind of like when I managed to find the proper mix of everything I need properly in the first place. But, that's where my never mind attitude comes. Never mind that. I could make a whole series on never. It's like me and my friend, if you've seen the last video, we were doing some, that was our prototype there. What do they call it? Pilot episode of unsupervised. That's what we call it. And then we went about 3-4 hours actually getting blitzed instead of the props. We were making fun of it. We were doing commercials. Commercials for it. We were like, da-da-da-da-da, uncensored. The following content is uncensored. Uncensored. I mean, wait, no. It's unsupervised. Warning. Following content. So I'm sitting there fucking with the voice and all that. Trying to get the caricature right and all that. She's already nailed it. And I'm like, I'm weak. And then she's like, let's do it now. I thought you were recording everything. I'm like, no, I told you I recorded the pilot content and then we fucked with that for 3 hours. I'm not going to do 3 hours of content while we're messing with the idea in the first place. No. We'll fuck with it, sleep on it, come back to the content later. That's the creative process. That's how we get good material. Because we want to almost half burn it out before we make it grow again. I'm recording myself. What's the problem? Ooh. For all you know, it's a prop, lady. I'm recording on YouTube. Oh no, I got a Karen alert. Karen alert. You thought snowflakes are bad. Now we live in the land of Karens. They just Karen so much. This goes back to why places I'm from, there's simple advice. And it was the best advice that was ever given to me. And I was just a kid. I was a teenage freak. And crazy ass motherfucking teenage life of mindset is like, I'm getting by. And the elder says to me, well, you best be careful what kind of help you ask for. And I'm like, what? What kind of help am I asking for? Well, don't ask for help then. I'm like, well, what kind of help me? That was how organic that conversation. So in the end, it's like, well, don't be asking help because you don't know what kind of help you're gonna get. It's the summary of all that conversation was. And I passed that same wisdom along to another runaway. Just to find out he ran away a whole 7 houses away. Dude, first time I went all the way to Detroit. I'm taking a pit stop. Yeah, because I am broke on this own. I almost feel like I should take my coat off. I still gotta find, these are like excellent, but it's hot as fuck out there, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get myself looking right there on this little. They're like, great Scott! Morty, call Rick. Alexa, tell Morty to call Rick. You know why I don't talk to him? You know why I don't call him? Alexa, tell Morty his grandfather's still coming for him. Gonna kill you. You fucked her afterward. Got you a little evil twin now, he says.